So today is the second last match day of the Serie, and I selected two matches. The first one is Juventus versus Atalanta, and I think it has been a very tough last few games for Juventus since they were dumped out of the Champions League by Ajax. Since that time, they have only won once, lost 3 and drew 3. And by Juve standards, this is very poor. And I think Allegri, paid the ultimate price by losing his job, most likely because of failing to win the Champions League. And it shows that there are issues in behind the scenes within the club, in the dressing room, which most likely we as fans will never know. And they are facing Atalanta. Atalanta is fighting for a Champions League spot, has been in excellent form, and it has only lost once in the last 10 games. So this game is very important for Atalanta, and I think the most important thing is to get at least a point away from home, so that in the last game there will be no pressure for them to play as if it's a final, so that they can secure the Champions League spot. So bearing in mind that they are playing away and they have to defend against Ronaldo at home, that is Juventus at home, I think they will concede. And absolutely, the mentality, the desire of Atalanta players is to get at least a point. So they also have to score, and they have the quality to score. And they have players like Gomez, Illich, who have been very impressive in the Serie this season. So I think today's game, Juventus versus Atalanta, both teams will score, as we say, goal. And the second game is Napoli versus Inter Milan. And before yesterday's game between Sassuolo and Roma, the permutations for Inter to qualify for the Champions League were a bit complicated. But after that game, which ended in a draw, the permutations for Inter Milan to qualify for Champions League next season are now simple. So I think the mentality among Inter players is, with a game to spare, is that their Champions League spot is already secure because they have a good goal difference. They just need to play, for their professionalism and to ensure that they don't finish the season on a loss. And the other thing is that Napoli have been on a very poor run of form. They have been eliminated from the Europa League by Arsenal, and they lost quite a number of games. But in the last 3 games, they faced the weaker opposition in Serie, such as Frosinone, and then they have been able to regain their form. And the way I have seen and watched Ancelotti over the last maybe decade, Ancelotti is a very attacking manager. The way he sets up his team, most of the time it's to attack. His teams are always on the front foot. So with the mentality among Inter Milan players, I don't think they will use negative tactics today. They should use positive tactics, which means the game will be open. And bearing in mind that Napoli attack, Inter has the type of players who can score too. So I think this match should also end with a goal order. Both teams should score today. So that's it for today. Thank you, guys.